Welcome to Unbelievably Awkward with your host, Nikki
and Ellie,
where we air it all out. Unless it's, again, normalized to have these conversations, right? Mm-hmm. Unless these topics are no longer awkward, the same things are going to be repeated. I remember my little cousin, she was 9 at the time, in America. I don't know what we were watching, and something with a doll, and she said to me, "Oh, by the way, do you know that I started, my menses?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? You're 9. What does that mean?" Because I didn't believe her. And when she gave me all the information, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, she's like really telling me the truth." And I felt awkward, like, what do I say to this 9-year-old? But thankfully, her mom wasn't of the same society. Her mom is like, I think she's from England or whatever, probably was raised a different way. So her mom had already schooled her. So she was telling me everything she knew. And that made it comfortable for me. And that's when I realized that, okay, she's 9. It can start at 9. So really,
at 7,
you have the conversation before then.
At 7. So
probably so too.
No, because the things that are in these food, that just speeds up puberty. It's unbelievable.
Right.
Okay, you have a child. You have a girl. You have a daughter, right?
I have a son.
No. Listen, hypothetically.
Okay.
Oh, actually, speaking ahead, speaking about the to come.
Okay.
When your daughter is here, what age will you be speaking to your daughter about puberty?
Maybe at 5. I think they started early now, though, in school.
Yeah, they started early, but
you have the choice to say yes or no. But probably at 5. Right now, the TV is on and they're seeing all these things. So, I mean, I'm okay with talking about puberty. It's the body part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, anatomy.
Their anatomy. They should know what changes occur. I don't think there should be such a taboo in talking about that. You know what I mean? There is. I mean, what makes it shameful?
There shouldn't be anything that makes it shameful, but society makes it like that. Well, culture. I shouldn't even say society. Certain cultures.
Now, what would be awkward for me to talk to her about would be sexual relationships.
For me, that is the easiest for me to talk about.
But what age is appropriate, though? I mean, it becomes so tricky. What age would be an appropriate age?
The minute that, a child's sexuality starts from birth. They're just not aware. Okay, you see that podcast about Uncle Licked My Cookie?
Tell me about it.
The little girl, right? She went to school and she told the teacher that Uncle licked her cookie. And the way how she told it, you could tell that there's some kind of a to it, or you know what I mean? So the teacher said, "That's okay. It's okay if Uncle licks your cookie, then just take another one." Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The teacher, I come to you. If Liam comes to you and said, Sian licks his cookie, you see your face. You're gonna say, "That's okay, throw it out or take another one."
Actually, no, I wouldn't say that's okay. Take another one. No.
You would go to Sian and say why, right? Or something. You would go to
I would tell Liam to come and show me the cookie. What is, I want to know. I would explore that, though. I would explore that. I wouldn't just say it's okay, just go take another one.
Basically, but the teacher, this is a child coming to school and speaking to the teacher. Remember, there's no grounds where she can say, "Show me it," or whatever the case may be.
But a girl
maybe
child
did you tell your mom?
And say a female child.
I would definitely say something to
says,
me.
"Uncle licked my cookie," and you're just saying it's okay. No, the teacher was well aware of what this child was saying.
No, listen. Innocent child comes to you speaking innocently. You're thinking that's what it is. So the teacher thought nothing of it and said, "Okay, just take another one." This is in the UK.
The world isn't innocent, though. The teacher had to know there was something more. Which child come to you and just volunteer information like this? Uncle Lick, what was the context? Were you guys talking about baking?
You grew up in a culture that we put name to everything and we put codes to everything. For me, that would not pass my head. I would go, "What do you mean?" Or go in details. That would not pass my head, right? You and I, we're already conditioned that way. But anywho, 2 weeks down the line, the mother was speaking to the teacher about a rash on the child's cookie. Ding ding. That's when the teacher realized that, oh my goodness, the cookie that the daughter was speaking about is her vagina.
Like a hypothetical situation. Why
this
would
is the truth. This is true. This is true.
Why would the mother be telling the teacher that there is a rash on her child's cookie? Like, what conversations are they having in PTA?
I don't know. Okay. But this is what was. This is the information. This brings up a whole lot of things. Why do we feel it necessary not to give the proper anatomy name to anatomy?
I think it has a lot to do with, I'm okay if you want to say cookie or you want to say the right name, depending on the age of the child. Let's say I had a daughter, she's 5, and she's calling it cookie. I'm fine with that. Because the
child is not just gonna call it cookie. The child gets the name from whoever is giving them the name. These children are learning. They don't just make up.
I think a lot of these things, it's readiness too. Yes, it's okay to expose your children to things, but at the same time, we also have to know that some things are sensitive and you have to move based on their readiness. You know what I mean? Maybe she's fine.
Anatomy is not age appropriate. Anatomy is just anatomy. This is your eye. This is your nose.
Maybe that's what the mom calls it, cookie. The mom calls it cookie.
And that's what I'm saying. The mom is in the wrong because her child could be exploited 1,000 times over, or because
maybe it's a cultural
she doesn't know how to.
You said that the mom went to the teacher and said she has a rash on her cookie, and I'm glad you brought that up when it comes to name. I'm at work yesterday, and I hear one of the doctors saying, oh, when he went to assess or to interview the patient, she was saying that her poom poom hurts. And he doesn't know what the hell is the poom poom, right?
And this is what I'm talking about. Like, you have poom poom, punani, punash, VJ,
right, but that's another term. It's not the right term, but it's still a cultural term, right?
Yeah.
So to this woman, she's telling him what's going on with her. And I had to translate and say, well, this is what the poom poom is. And then he understood, you know? And he's like, in all my years of being a doctor, I've never heard this term before. So maybe there is something within where that's what the mom calls it.
Cookie? Nikki, cookie? No. I could have accepted anything else, but cookie? No.
Well, you said the mom went to the teacher and said she has a rash on her cookie. So obviously
the mom is in. I am blaming the mom. And then what do I eat? When I'm eating cookie, what's that called? Cookie? So cookie is the same thing as cookie? Like,
people call things different things. You know that another
children, we're messing up the children's rationality and ways of referencing things.
When I was going to high school, right? The term for the penis that they would use would be meat. Right? Okay, it's the same thing as cookie.
And you use this term?
No, I like to use appropriate terms. But when I hear a girl say
this is what I'm saying.
I know what she's talking about, right?
Rolling my eyes, like.
Yeah. I do agree that we need to use the right terms for things, but I also think that we have to consider education.
What is wrong with saying vagina? This is the vagina. This is the penis. What is wrong with that?
Nothing is wrong with that, but maybe for the mom doesn't even know that's actually she's
proper name
to using
cookie. And this is how society go around and cover up things. That goes straight back into the old awkwardness of things. It starts with a covering up, secrecy or hiding. Cookie. This just goes to show that just give the child the name that the name is and stop going around corners. That one is no.